I am Casey, the founder of Blaze Group LLC, where Blaze stands for Building Leaders and Accepting Zero Excuses, always showing up to edify Black women, always meaning it, and always providing safe space. I am here again talking to another speaker for the Blaze Virtual Summit. Let me go ahead and pin the link below so that you all make sure you pull up. This is the free, what's up? I see the hearts. I appreciate y'all. This is the free 5-day summit for Black female entrepreneurs. No catches, no strings attached. Nobody's about to be tricking you for aha moments and try to get you to buy something. We are intentionally pouring out to Black women after a long year of striving. Right? This is the cookout, man. This is the safe space. Safe spaces over everything. We're doing it for you. I'm about to pin the link below. And just know that if you are busy, right, the summit runs from December the 5th through the 9th. That's next Monday through next Friday. If you are busy, don't worry. If you register, you will get all replays for 3 months. Okay? If you register, only if you register. What's up, Leslie? And I see you. Hit the request button. I'll bring you up, mama. If you register, you will have access to all replays for 3 months. No strings attached. No gatekeeping over here, okay? I'm bringing Leslie up. She is amazing. Hear from her. I'm going to ask her a few questions. If you have any questions for her, definitely do ask, especially mompreneurs. That is her zone of genius. That is who she loves. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here.
I'm so happy you're here as well, Mama. We have people tuned in, ready to hear from you. I see someone. Hey, Jay Frierson from Patterson, New Jersey. Remember, said, thank you. You deserve it. Black women deserve all the things. What's up, sincerely? Jay and Co. All right, Leslie. So could you tell the people who you are and what your business is?
Yeah. Well, thank you, Casey, for doing this. Like, I'm
You're
really
welcome.
excited to be a part of this wonderful group of Black women. My name is Leslie. I am a yoga coach. That means that I teach yoga to busy moms. I am a registered nurse by trade, and then a yoga teacher is my passion, practicing yoga and teaching yoga.
Nice. Just curious, was the pandemic tough for you as a nurse, or were you like kind of part-time in it or only a little bit in it?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I actually left the hospital in 2017.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so I am fortunate now to still practice. I'm still a nurse, but I work from home for an insurance company.
That's so dope, sis.
Yeah. So it was like God kind of.
Hey, Asha. Yeah, I just put my phone on Do Not Disturb because all of a sudden it was like blowing up. And I'm like, no, I need to be present with my girl.
Yeah.
Dope. All right, so I want to tell people, and I don't think they're gonna believe it and really get this until they're on the inside, Leslie, but I do want to try my level best to really help people understand just how much richness and fullness they're going to experience at this summit. So in your own words, sis, when you think about the theme, No Longer My Burden, right? And what that means for you in this season, right now, what comes to mind for you? Like, what are the things that you are intentionally looking forward to getting help to put down, right? To let go, to release during the 5-day summit next week?
Yeah, oh, that's a great question. And I love the theme, No Longer My Burden, because I know as me, Leslie, it is hard to let go with a lot of things.
Yeah.
And one thing, I guess, well, I know for me, the reason I love to practice yoga is because the physical movement allows me to realize, like, oh, I can let go, make that connection, to let go mentally with things. So I'm just looking forward to hearing all the other speakers speak and share their stories so I can learn other ways of just not allowing things to be a burden, because I think that's also something else. It's like there's so many things that I know me, I'm like, I take a lot of things personally, and then I make it feel like it's a burden, and it's not, like, and creating all this story in my head.
Yeah, I get it.
So, yeah.
I get it. I say, and I love that you specifically target moms, sis. Like, I
Yeah.
love that you call them by name.
Mhm.
Like, I think about, and no knock either. Before I say this now, but I think about how many people feel it's safer to say women of color and not Black women, right? And how that makes us feel when we know that we're getting the brunt of a lot of things, right? But you literally say, like, you're a yoga practitioner for moms, right? For
Yeah.
busy moms, for
Yeah.
overwhelmed moms. Like, I
Yeah.
think that is so, 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 so powerful because, since I've started this journey of helping entrepreneurs, every single time I come across a mom, like, she makes sure she lets me know that, nah, my story is different, sis. Like, my struggle
Mhm.
is different. So
Mhm.
I just have to ask you, right? Like,
Mhm.
you know, what is the intersection, right? And this
Mhm.
is the beautiful, the good, the hard, right?
Mhm.
What is the intersection of motherhood and entrepreneurship? Like, are there
Mhm.
additional challenges or bright
Mhm.
spots, right?
Mhm.
Or additional moments of creativity? I don't know, right?
Yeah.
That comes to you as a result of this intersectionality in your life.
Ooh, my goodness, Casey. Oh, this question excites me. It is an intersection for sure.
Yeah.
Going back to what you said of the whole, like, I'm a Black mom. That is who I
Say that.
am.
Say that.
I'm
Say
not
that.
a mom of color. Like, I'm
Say that.
Black. I'm Black. Like, that's me.
Yep.
And so starting there,
Yep.
it's so interesting when I first became a mom, and I'm still new in the mom game. My son is 4, and my daughter's gonna be 3 next week on the 8th. Yeah, so
Oh, wow.
during the summit. Yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh. And with that, like, when I first became mom, it was a shock. Like,
Yeah.
and this is a part of my talk. Like, I didn't, like, plan to be a
Yep.
mom. Like, it wasn't like, oh, since I was a little girl, I was playing with Barbies and what. No,
Yep.
like, it really
Yep.
wasn't. So when it happened, and I love my kids down. My goodness, I love my kids
Yeah.
so much. And it's this part you always hear moms say. I know, for people who are not moms or caregivers, you guys probably roll your eyes at us, but it really wasn't for my kids, I would not be here in front of you guys today. I
Mm.
wouldn't. Like, I wouldn't. I would still be in that like hamster wheel, if you will,
Yeah.
autopilot, just allowing life
Yeah.
to pass me by. But when you have people that depend on you,
Yeah.
it's different. And so became a mom, felt very
Yeah.
lonely. And
Yeah.
there there's so many different things, and I talk about that in my story, so I'm not going to share that all that because you guys have to come to the summit to
Come,
hear.
y'all. She is powerful. Her story is amazing.
Thank you. But I remember I felt really lonely, and, like, I have my husband who's very supportive, but it still was really lonely. Like, I couldn't
Yeah.
explain everything that was going on internally, like,
Yeah.
to him.
Yeah.
And one of my friends, still my friend, and we worked at the same job. I
Yeah.
was on maternity leave. She reached out to me. She texted me. She said, because she is a mom, and she was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
Leslie, just checking in. How are you doing?" And she's Black. She's a Black mom. She's like, "And don't
Yeah.
just say okay.
Ooh,
Like,
that's a good
don't
friend.
just say okay." And I
That's a
was
good
like,
friend. Woo!
yeah.
That's powerful.
I was like, I looked at that message, and I was like, "Whoa, um, okay." And I was like, "Can you actually?" And I remember, because when I was pregnant, I was walking around the office. She was always talking about this mom group called Black Moms of Orlando. I live in Orlando, Florida. It's a Facebook group. And she's always like, "Oh, this group is so great, la la la." And I'm like, okay. So when she sent me that message, like, don't just say okay,
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey, can you invite me in this group? Like, I don't
That's
know what's
dope.
gonna come of it, but I just need people, moms like that look like me, because
Yep.
I don't know what I'm doing. I feel
Yep.
scared. I feel
Yeah.
angry. I'm frustrated. Like, I am
Yeah.
all of the emotions. So I joined this Facebook group, which has it has like 2,000 Black moms in this group.
Wow, that's dope.
Connected with a mentor who's actually the founder, and it was just nice just speaking with her. Like, I just would text her, I would meet up with her, and mind you, this was in like the thick of the pandemic. This was right
Mm.
when, like, and so, but we would do like FaceTime, all of these things. I was shy. I remember she was like, "Hey, do you want to?" I was like, "I'm scared. I don't want to be on camera with you. Like, you're like I." It was, and now, so anyways, I say all that to say community, like when it going that to your first, the other part of your the intersection of like being like a Black mom, also being an entrepreneur.
Yes.
You said something else. I probably forgot. I'm
But
sorry.
those are the intersections, yeah. The mom and the entrepreneur, yeah.
Yes. So those intersections for me, I've realized that it is challenging being a Black
Yeah.
mom, being an entrepreneur, being also
Yeah.
being a wife, being, there's all these different things. And
Yeah.
what has helped me is community. So like
Sure.
joining that community, Black Moms of Orlando, it helped me. And if it wasn't for my friend that if she did
Sure.
not reach out to me and said, "Hey Leslie, just checking in, don't say you're okay,
Mm-hmm.
like I want to just
Mm-hmm.
tell me like the good, the bad, the ugly," because she knows, like, she has twins and she has 3 kids, so she knows what it's
Yeah.
like. She's experienced her own things, and I tell her this story all of the time, and she's just like, "Whatever, Leslie," and I'm like, "You don't understand."
Yep.
I was like,
Yep.
because going back to no longer my burden,
Yep.
I didn't want to feel like a burden to my
Say that, sis.
friend. Like, I didn't want to feel that way. And I'm learning now though, and that's why I'm so passionate, and that's the reason I'm on this internet. It's not to go viral or any of that. It's really to let moms know, like specifically, Black moms know, like, you're not alone, because there's so
Yeah.
many of us that feel that way. And if it
Yeah.
wasn't for my friend Jessica, if it wasn't for Black Moms of Orlando, and then
Yeah.
the yoga, coaching, therapy, all
Yeah.
of those things have made this intersection of who I am now
Mm-hmm.
more manageable. And I'm actually thriving now because
Sure.
I chose to ask for help. I learned, like, I can ask for
Sure.
help. I have a community of people who genuinely care about me. And when you know that you have
Sure.
that support and that you are incredibly supported, it
Sure.
continues to come to you. And
Sure.
that's, Casey is one of those people. She DM'd me, sent me a beautiful
Yeah.
message saying she wants me to be a part of this amazing opportunity, and it's because I continually was speaking over my life good things. But
Sure.
yeah, so I could talk all day about that.
No, that's so good, Leslie, because it shows the power of safe spaces,
Yeah.
right? Like, it was more than the ask, right? Like, everything she'd done up until that point, right? Up until that moment, reassured you that it was safe space. And then she put a cherry on top and said, and don't just say okay, right?
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that you had that. I'm so happy that more and more us as millennials and the Gen Zers as well, like,
Yeah.
we are intentionally creating spaces like this, because the truth is Big Mama didn't complain,
Nope.
right? Like, the truth is our mothers didn't tell us how hard motherhood was. We didn't know why she was angry. We didn't know why she didn't talk for, stretches of time and just didn't want us to bother her, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now we are putting vocabulary to these things, right? Like, we're going to therapy and we're learning, oh, PTSD, oh, trauma, oh, social anxiety, like these small things are so powerful because we're leading into safe spaces and we're creating new safe spaces, right? And so I just want to say real kudos to you, right? Because you are literally building things that were not there before
Yeah.
you arrived. Literally. And the world will forever be changed because of that. So happy for you. I'm so happy that I think even the digital world, right? You talked about how, you know, Facebook had 2,000 moms. You know, it's just so deep. You know, I'm so happy about the barriers that have been eradicated by, right, digital platforms. No more gatekeeping.
Yes, that's, I didn't mean to cut you, but that's the thing is like, one, do not sleep on Facebook, y'all. Don't sleep on it. There's power in those groups. Like when you, there is a Facebook group for
Everything.
for everything. And
Yeah.
it's just, yeah, the digital platforms, there is no more gatekeeping. You can find exactly what you need.
100%.
Like you really can find the help that you want with whatever it is in your life.
That's right.
The internet is truly a beautiful place. It's what you
Absolutely.
make it, and it's what you feed it. Like what you
Absolutely.
put into Google, it'll give you right back. So don't sleep on Facebook. I am incredibly great, because the thing is like once, and also you can't be a lurker. You can't be just like lurking in the group. You gotta like lean in. And the group Black Moms of Orlando is so amazing, because like there's daily posts. You know, we got a venting thread where moms can just talk, to just vent, and nobody responds. They can just say what they need to say. There's everything in that group. It's just, these groups are incredible, and it's communities. It's what these Facebook groups are. They're communities that we have. And I just wanted to go back to like how you were saying, you know, Big Mama, like my mom, everything you just said, and it gave me goosebumps, because as a kid I was like, oh, that's just how my mom is. And now that I'm a mom,
that's
right.
I'm
like, oh, I
that's
understand.
Right.
Like, you know, my mom was very like, she would get, and I'm like this too at times, but thankfully I have yoga and I have tools. Like I'll get overwhelmed sometimes, you know? And I have to walk. I have to like go upstairs or just step away from the kid. Like I just have to take a moment. And my mom used to do that a lot. And as a kid, I would see it as, oh, mommy doesn't like, she doesn't love us. She doesn't want to spend time with us. And I had to work through a lot of that. And now as an adult, I'm realizing like, oh, she got her own stuff that she was going through. And, you know, she didn't want to be a mom either. So there was that she said a lot of the time to us. So it's interesting how some of the stuff bleeds into my own story. But now I'm realizing that I'm a mom. I can explain these things to my kids. I can say, hey, and I tell them, I'm like, I'm just a little overwhelmed right now. And I'm like, I have to step away. Or sometimes I just step away. And when I come back, I said, mommy was a little stressed out. And I was like, you know, but I love you. I just needed a moment. So like, it's very important to explain that to your kids, so they say when they get older, they don't think like you didn't care about them.
Absolutely right. They have vocabulary, and I think that is. And I will cape hard for millennials and Gen Z all day. Like you can tell me no wrong. Like you really can. But I do think that is the generational wealth we've been looking for, right? To pass down. Like I truly believe that like what we're passing down to our kids is priceless. Like giving them emotional intelligence and vocabulary, and like helping them to be able to articulate themselves to their partners, because we had on the job training, sis. Like we showed up ill-equipped, and hopefully it works out the first or second time, right? So super dope. And I want to read to you something that Paquita said, Inspired Curations PG. She said, talking about you, she said so many things. She spoke over her life, and someone affirmed her words. Her friend made space for her to feel whatever she felt, and now she thrives. Woo! Amen. Ashe, ashe, ashe. So good. So good. M. Gardner said, we learn a lot from women, Ashe, especially a Black woman. Yeah, say it with your chest, sis. So good. So good. So just to level set for those who are newly in the room, FYI, y'all saw I got dark real quick over here. I'm actually in Tanzania, East Africa, so it's like 8 hours ahead of the East Coast, 11 hours ahead if you're on the West Coast, so it just, you know, the sun is setting. But just to level set for those who may not be aware, Leslie is a speaker, a fire speaker that's a part of the 5-day Blaze Virtual Summit. This is a free summit, 5 days. I promise you this is the cookout, y'all. Like, this thing is off the chain. Your aunties, your sisters, you gonna walk away with some live sisters after this, okay? We'll be there, DJs, doulas, midwives, like a bunch of Black women, a gang of Black women showing up, speaking in our words, telling our stories, right? Affirming you in the ways that only we can, right? Because we should not shy away from being angry because somebody said, oh, you the angry Black woman. Well, damn, if I got something to be angry about, I need to take up all the space and process and feel some things and heal some things, right? And give other people an opportunity to share this burden with me, right? So pull up. You will not regret it. If you register right now, you will have access to the replays for 3 months, no catches. And I know I gotta let you go, Leslie. I'm so happy you're here. Another question for you is when you think about No Longer My Burden, right? And you think about all of the women that are coming from all parts of the world, quite literally. I haven't looked again in the last like 3 hours, but last time I checked this morning, or this afternoon, it was 1,116 people that have registered. And we just started advertising last Monday. Like, just started, and you know how we do. We really, we really registered the last minute. So there must be a lot of people, already over 1,000, okay? But when you think about all of these people, sis, right? What is the challenge you would give to people who have committed to themselves that they're going to show up and they're going to take a chance and they're going to try to lean in? Like, what challenge, what stretch goal would you give them for this 5-day summit?
That's good. Well, I know it's going to be really interactive. So it goes back to what I said about don't be a lurker. Like, if you, and when lurker, people, we know, millennials, Gen Z, we know what that is.
Oh,
like,
we know what it means.
Yeah. So don't be a lurker. And what I mean by that also is, like, if there's somebody, if a speaker or maybe somebody in the comments says something and you feel really connected to that person, reach out. Like, say, yes, I agree, and at their name. And then to even stretch that, see if you can find them on social media, connect with them, and like take that further. Like, hey, let's hop on a Zoom and like just get to know that person, because it's all Black women that are going to be speaking, and mostly all Black women, right, that are going to be attending. So like this is the perfect place to, like what Casey was saying, like put your burdens onto somebody else and like just like take that but like the only way that's going to happen, the only way that you can really maximize this incredible opportunity is if you shoot your shot. Like if you send that message, connecting, if that, like I said, somebody in the comments or a speaker, like do not, well, I'm going to speak for me. You can send me a message. Like you can. I am not too busy for anybody, and I never will be. Like, so if you're like, oh my God, I want to connect with her, but she's too busy. No. Send me a message. Connect with me. Like, I want to hear, like, yeah, Leslie, like, I was going through that too, or whatever it is. Like, that's the stretch goal that I give you. So if it's like, if you feel uncomfortable to send the message, send the message.
Gosh, do it scared. But do it
scared. Yeah.
Do it scared. Yeah. So good. Challenge accepted. I am saying this on behalf of everybody. Okay. Challenge accepted. And I will tell y'all, to Leslie's point, I promise y'all gonna see. This is not a bland Zoom experience, okay? Like, this is not like two-dimensional. Like, literally, y'all, and I already said, like, 1,116 people have registered as of 3 hours ago. Like, the numbers, it's gonna be thousands of us in there, okay? Inside of this portal that we're in, you can literally click somebody's name and schedule a one-on-one meeting with them inside of the portal, like literally inside of the portal, right? And inside of the portal, y'all can have a one-on-one video conversation inside of the portal. Inside of the portal, there's a Blaze Lounge where there are literally tables and literally chairs, and you can click on a chair and your face will sit in that chair and you will see videos pop up, and everybody at that table Y'all will have videos and y'all can talk. And you can leave the table whenever you want to. And you can go to another table if you want to. There will be booths where Black-owned businesses and the founders are literally up in there like, what's up, sis? Let's talk. Like, I'm telling you, there are rooms and windows and hallways and corridors and couches, bruh. Come on in the cookout. It is safe space. It is for you. We want you to connect. We want you to take up space. And I promise you, the way you move in there, and it's going to feel so good and so easy. The way you move in there will change how you move in the world for the rest of your life. Once you take up space, I'm talking about with the audacity of a mediocre white man. They ain't tight. They ain't off the chain. They ain't trying harder than their peers. The audacity of the mediocre white man, right? Like Apple can send us updates every single night. We don't throw the phone away. We ain't mad. We ain't putting bad reviews. Like, we know they iterate. The audacity of the mediocre white man, right? When you are in this space and you shoot your shot and you talk in the comments and shouting like, yeah, sis, let's meet. You 20 minutes for me. And the speakers respond and say, yeah, girl, let me mentor you. Literally, this will happen. I promise you. I promise you. It will change the way you move in the world for the rest of your life. You will take up all the space. You'll say what you need to say. You'll shoot your shot right. Just come. I promise you that. I promise you that. All right.
Dang, Casey. I'm excited. Like, and you did mention, she mentioned all of this too, like, to me as well. And just hearing it though again, like, this is gonna be incredible. And like, oh my gosh, it's true though. Like, the way you move in this virtual space, it really will translate when you go to other networking things. And you'll be like, I had all these Black women rooting for me.
100%.
I can do anything and everything.
Anything. I say. Well, I can't wait to see you there next week, sis. I love you, and I mean it. We're going to keep on connecting on LinkedIn. I love engaging with you on LinkedIn.
Me too. It's good over on LinkedIn. I love it over there. I'm over there, but I love, yes.
Yeah. All right, dope. Well, have a great rest of your day, mama. Y'all, I'll be back in 3 minutes. I'm going to just get some water. I have another speaker coming up, but I'll see y'all again in a couple of minutes. Bye.
Bye, Casey. Bye.